Faculty Magnus is very happy with me. Several weeks stuck as Omega Prime, and only now do I finally separate them again.
Oh, what year is it? Wait, how long have we been combined?
About 7 weeks. I just love that first response. What year is it? Still current year for the time being.
For at least a month, give or take 6 days.
For at least another 2 or 3 weeks.
Also, I gotta imagine being combined for that long cannot be good for the individual bots.
Mentally and physically. So I tend to put them in stasis when I do that.
Because, like, being of one mind and one body just has to actively fuck with your head if you've been if you been if you've been stuck like that for a long ass time.
I saw the gift David posted it in the expanded Omniverse general chat. I'm smiling. Someone is very excited to see their character.
Alright, links have been sent. Gondor calls for aid. You know the shtick already. Hello! Welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here as always with Mikumon.
Hello!
Also Taro, apparently! Also,
I would taunt and call him a coward and dare him to jump into the chat with us. Well, rather the voice call, but I know better.
new chair who dis? I got myself a brand new chair.
Nice. If all goes right, I'll be doing some shopping for some new clothes this weekend.
Oh, touchy mega. So yeah, I got a new chair. And here's the cool thing about it, which unfortunately I can't show it off right now because I don't have the technology. It has an LED. It has LED lights in the chair. So I just need to get a watch battery and plug this all in, and then hit the on button on this little tiny remote, and freaking rainbows will be shooting out of my chair.
So, I've got a little something to note since we're going to be walking in a crazy town in the stream. I have kind of had a bit of a FNAF kick these last few weeks. So I might as well mention the craziest thing I've seen in the community to date.
Yes, Taro, Tokuger. Rainbow trains will be shooting out of my chair.
So, there are fan games that are determined to recreate the first batch of games in real time.
Oh, yeah!
You'll actually be doing a Night at Freddy's in real time.
No camera glitch, nothing like that. The animatronics are actively moving towards you.
And it genuinely does last for 6 hours a pop.
Yeah, no, okay, I can't do that.
What did you think what did you think I meant when I said real time?
I was hoping it would just be that the animatronics are moving around. Not that it would be like 6 actual hours.
Like, they are moving around, there's that much at least. But they're trying to make the experience as real as possible, including the time frame.
I might as well shove the animatronic shell up my butt already.
I don't know how many have actually gone out of their way to do this, but that is the mission statement.
Hey, Bear, want to know what VRC world I was shown during Halloween? Sure. Also, Tara, I'm sorry I haven't been able to play VR chat with you lately. It is completely my fault, by the way. I've been either out of the house or running late to the stream. And don't even get me started on this week. Oh boy, this week.
Well, this whole damn year at this rate.
FNAF, but other people are the Stagetronics. Oh. That's actually very interesting. Sir, I said it's all right. I know, but I still feel bad.
Where's that therapy, Snorlax? I think you need it.
I feel like that dad that wants to spend time with his kid but can't because he's working too much.
That hits a little too close to home.
Yeah. Sorry.
No apologies necessary. It's honestly a problem I could have solved myself for years now. I just haven't gotten around to it.
If it makes you feel any better, actually, it probably wouldn't. But I've gone through I've gone through similar stuff with my mom, my biological dad, my stepdad.
The real world's a bitch, isn't it?
Yep. Can't wait for Digimon tomorrow, though.
Happy Makuma noises.
So, just so you know, Burb may be coming over to my house to get his Christmas present. So if you hear excited chirping noises, that's why. All right. Now then, let's enough beating around the bush. Let's get this shit done. Also, by the way, Road Pig! Now I just need the that one Walmart exclusive that has an older Thundertron, the Rock Lord, and the cassette bot. I mostly want it for the Rock Lord though. Because
at the very least, the cassette bot gives you something else to partner with Twitcast.
Yep.
And that way you could have Rewind and Eject standing together with Blaster.
That's true. Except I don't have a blaster.
Well, I do. Next time I visit, I'll bring him along and we can take a photo of them. Because I always have wanted to see that twin cast in person.
Someone will be with you in a minute. God bless you.
Seeing it in photos or via the stream is one thing.
I'll be right with you.
Like, I genuinely do enjoy that color scheme. As wild as it is. Not G2 wild, but still a little crazy for G1. So, depending on who you talk to here in Rivet City, there's a guy who's going to attempt to commit self-delete by jumping off the boat, and you can talk him down.
I think I encountered him.
Very well.
I just don't know when he's gonna do it.
He
Yes?
usually shows up around like
Don't mind me.
somewhere around the middle of the day, I believe.
Good to see you. I heard that the city council is debating putting railings on the fight.
Like, if you talk to the person who gave you the quest that mentions him, they'll give you a rough approximation of when he shows up.
Okay.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care.
Of course, now you mentioned that you have that quest already. That explains why you were hovering around the specific part of the boat.
Yes.
I don't think I have that quest.
Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee is trying to
Now, in
save
my
you,
case,
and your constant interruptions are interfering with those.
I got the quest by talking to someone in the church in the,
I'm sure the good doctor's work with
In Rivet City.
purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology.
but I
that
can't
engine-
remember if it was actually
What's
the,
at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and
church
secrecy
staff,
are
for lack of a
robots,
better word,
Zimmer, no matter how
or
sure
if it was
you
one of
are.
the people showing up to pray.
Please.
Ah.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for.
I remember it being somewhere from like noon to one-ish, if that helps.
Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, hmm? But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until
Oh,
I've
goody.
spoken to Dr. Lee.
The Institute's on its way here already.
To abandon her
Not
chemistry
for long!
and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any...
That depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be.
Yeah.
You see, in
For
the
those
human
familiar
world,
with the
we make
Institute and
artificial
synths from
persons,
Fallout 4,
synthetic humanoids.
we may or may not have
Programmed to
already
think
met
and
one
feel
just
and
entering
do
Rivet
whatever
City.
we need. And
Technically, we've
occasionally, they get
met
confused and wander
two.
off.
Because when I was asking around about the android, the quest popped and what's her name showed up. Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't wander off on purpose?
Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies.
I don't
But
know
let's
about
get
that.
back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't
See,
upset him
the
by
problem with
talking
your
him.
examples
Just
is
come
that they
get
don't
me
have CPUs
immediately.
advanced enough
I'll
to
handle
think.
it.
Oh, by the way, I got to do a certain quest in Tower of Fantasy. It was very fun, especially when I got to pilot my own mech. Yo! I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here we get paid for our work.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think.
Sure. I'll look into finding your android for you.
Excellent. Locate my android and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. Of course you do.
Good to see you. Yeah? Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here.
You're
though
fine,
that's not
Taro.
saying much.
Also, you're already quiet. You're talking through text.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I do.
Evening.
At least now you can, at least now you can, metaphorically, kill two birds with one stone. Again, metaphorically. Please don't be angry at me from the ether, Chocobo. Because there's a guy you can talk to about the android, the synth rather, and he's also kind of necessary for the quest of researching Rivet City's history.
Is it the guy that's on the other part of the ship?
In the bow of the boat. In the bow of the carrier, yeah.
I just need to remember how to get in there. Oh! I broke my legs! The adamantium skeleton did nothing!
Do you even have a perk?
Yes, I do.
Maybe it only applies to breaking limbs in combat.
Maybe. Oh, wait, shit. We are still underwater. Fuck.
Makes me wish I could give you the rebreather I have in New Vegas. Seems like you need it.
Aha. Oh. Oh, shit.
Makes me wonder where the power in this place is coming from if it's separated like that.
Separate generators, maybe?
Probably. Still kind of sobering to realize that in less than 10 years' time in universe, this entire ship, bow and stern, will be gone.
Fuck Maxon. I didn't fall for it. Oh, shit. Yeah, no shit, Charon. Charon tells me to be cautious as there's a fire in the hallway.
That's less him telling you to be careful in the sense that, oh, something could happen, and more of a, hey, asshole, you guys both hurt kind of scolding thing. That's what I take it as.
Oh, hey. I'm not touching that terminal. Oh, joy.
What's funny is that if you have... I don't know what's... I forget if it's like electronics, explosives, or something else entirely, but if you touch the back of the terminal, you can actually disarm them.
That bad.
Oh.
Made it this far without dying. This is the part
But
where
it
you
has
tell
to be
me
from
what the
any
hell
direction
you are doing
other than the
bothering an
keyboard.
old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already.
What are you doing here in this wrecked part of the ship?
I live here. It's where I do my work. And it's far away from Dr. Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me. So I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything.
Let's discuss the facial reconstruction and mind wipe you did for the android.
What are you talking about, boy? I don't know anything about any of that. And, what did you call it? An android? What's that?
Let's just say it's in your best interest to tell me what I want to know.
Fine, whatever. This android, Calls himself Harkness now. Comes in and wants a memory job. I took new memories and replaced his old ones. Don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. That Commonwealth tech isn't all that fancy when it comes down to it. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform facial surgery. That android flesh ain't so different than ours. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
Sorry you don't get along with Dr. Lee, but we were discussing the android?
That witch ruined my life, but you're right. Who gives a crap about any of that? You want your precious proof. It's all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just take these pictures and this holotape. Straight from the synth man's lips. Just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. And you really don't want to see him upset. He can be a bit inhospitable.
Harkness should be told. You'd want to know if you were an android.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to have my android army rise up against you and your human ilk. Sorry. Oh, sorry I couldn't resist. I suppose you're right. But don't worry, I didn't really wipe his memories. I just buried them. But you can get them back. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will activate the hidden...
Can't really blame you, man.
So why'd you up the android?
Why do you think? I wanted to crack open that Commonwealth can opener to see what was inside. There's stuff in there I'd only heard about, and even then I didn't believe it. I can see why that Zimmer feller wanted him back so bad.
I have to go
Don't
now.
let your guard down.
My planet needs me. I hate that I can't... I hate that I can't take it the big book of science.
Not without really stealthing yourself up first. And with that, that's gonna take a hit to the karma. Not much, but like a little hit.
What the hell is this guy's computer? Oh, probably
It's got a
right here.
TV set up, and it has. It's got a TV set up, but it has like no power. It's not doing anything. Why is that even here? He had to have deliberately put that there.
Before picture. After picture.
So, the ultimate question: how are you going to handle this?
I'm gonna tell Harkness and then let him kill Zimmer.
Fair enough.
Whew. Alright. Now, wasn't there an easier way of getting out of here?
Yes, actually. One of the staircases, there's a door that leads directly outside of the part of the carrier. Presumably through one of the boarding doors, I think.
Alright. Ha ha!
Found the way you were looking for?
Yep. So now I just gotta avoid the super mutants over there at the... Was that the Jefferson Memorial?
Yeah, Jefferson Memorial. It's not all that far away.
I just don't want to fight the super mutants there right now.
In fairness, there's a more roundabout way you could take if you had gone the other way around.
The spirits have blessed
Rivet
me
City,
with
like
many
you're
gifts,
going.
but you have given
There
the
should
more
be a metro
treat.
tunnel that way.
Oh.
If the clothes make the man, then here are the means to remake yourself.
Like, it should be northeast of Rivet City.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Charon, come here.
Yes, what is it?
Let's trade.
Very well.
Alright, Crow, I need you to repair my
Searching
buddy's
for a
armor
friend out
here.
in the wastes? No one is more reliable than a cold.
So I've got a stupid question that you probably already answered in the past regarding, you know, how we're setting up the access and everything for Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, what is it?
Say he did clone a bunch of bots, including the respective faction leaders from the
Very well.
time he would have left. Would that clone of Optimus still come out at Optimus Prime, or would it have been Orion Pax?
It's a good question. I guess it all depends on when he left.
If he left after creating Tarn, then Optimus was definitely...
Yes, that's good. Good fucking point. Holy shit. Yeah. So the clone would be a clone of Optimus.
You saved my life.
Because, like, genetically speaking, Optimus is still the same bot as he always was. He's... But he did get rebuilt head to toe prior to anything G-Axis would have taken a sample from. So it's like, does being rebuilt into a new body change one's DNA?
Have you seen my husband, Polly? Oh, it's you. I mean... The poor
The
dear.
headache or the bigger headache? That is the
I
question.
ought to just give her a tumble. It would be good.
Hey, is this interruption really disgusting, isn't it? Someone should talk to that boy. He has no business hanging around that tramp if he's going to be a priest.
Wow, people are very opinionated about this.
Yes?
You're bothering me.
So where the hell is Harkness?
Harkness is usually found at the edges of Rivet City during the day. I mean, he was the first guy you talked to when you got here.
That is true. He's not out here. He might be in the market.
Water and a Mirelurk cake, please.
No problems to report, I assume? This place
Oh,
could use a
hello.
few more people willing
Are
to
you
work.
lost? Hey there.
So you want to know something interesting about that Magnificus figure you have?
Mm-hmm.
You brought her back to me. Thank you for saving.
So you know that that's a repaint of the Studio
Everything's falling
Series
apart. I'm the only
Receptor.
one willing to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, it's got another connection. Beyond being the Diaclone colors of the figure, if memory serves. Apparently, that's what Shattered Glass Perceptor looks like.
Ha!
I'd rather be alone just now.
Don't tell me your problems.
Yeah, hello. Have to replace some tables and chairs. Former slaves
I'm sure she'll
from
have a
Paradise
seat
Falls.
anywhere. Someone will lower down in a minute.
Memorial. There was some
Oh,
sort of
yeah, I
battle
heard
in the
about
city
that.
yesterday.
Trying to help
The
other
Gate
slaves
Guards
escape,
said
too.
Gunfire went on for good for them. I think slavery is horrible.
We're in here.
Well, I need to go open up.
Well,
Those awful
Harkness
people
is
do.
not
Nothing to
here. Oh, there you are, buddy.
I'm a
Oh,
little busy right now. Is
Oh.
that a problem?
you're gonna hate me. We need to talk.
That's what my
Something here,
wife said
probably.
right before she left to go live with her mother. What's the problem?
These memories of your wife aren't real. You're a robot from the Commonwealth.
What? My wife disappeared while I was in a coma. The only good memories I have are of her. The rest are... Trust me, those are as real as they come. But I'm not here to talk about my private life. You're starting to piss me off. Did Zimmer put you up to this? You have exactly 5 seconds to explain what it is you're trying to do here, or you'll be leaving Rivet City by way of the nearest porthole.
Threat me all you want, but I have pictures and an audio testimony. Eh. The facts will speak for themselves.
All right, I'll humor you. But this is impossible. I can't be a robot. I'm a human being. I breathe. I eat. Hell, I cut myself shaving this morning. I was bleeding. Robots don't bleed.
I'm sorry about this. I really am. But it's true. You're not human.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to even think about all this. I'll admit this is pretty convincing evidence. But it doesn't make any sense. How can this be possible?
Sorry, Harkness, but this is the only way. Activate A321 recall code violet.
Ah! My God. I remember. I remember it all.
Are
From
you
before.
sure this is
Zimmer,
what's necessary to
the
get him to...
Commonwealth, the Institute. My God. All those runners I brought down. You made me remember. Why? How? Never mind. My God. What am I going to do? My life.
Okay, for a moment I was worried it would shut him down,
It's all
like
a
using the
lie.
recall code in Fallout 4 would.
Don't worry, Harkness. Your secret is safe with me.
Thank you. I'm really not sure how people would react if they found out I'm, you know, not entirely human. Here's a little token of my gratitude. Best weapon I've ever had. And I've had it forever.
Well, now that you know the truth, what are you gonna do?
I have two sets of memories. One android, one human. Some of these are mine. Some belong to someone else. But I'm choosing to be human. It's my choice. The people on this boat look to me to protect them. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, I'm not really sure. Look, just call me Harkness. In fact, for everyone's sake, let's just pretend I've always been Harkness. I don't know. Every time I retrieved one of the runaway androids, they'd fill my head with ideas about self-determination, freedom. At first, I resisted the ideas, but then I started thinking about it. And well, we deserve lives of our own. So that's what I did. I chose a new life and gave up my old one. And now you've given me both to remember. Carry on, then. Look, I appreciate your helping with Zimmer, but I really just... Now.
Shit, I may have messed up, because he's not going to kill Zimmer.
One of the new immigrants died of radiation poisoning last week.
Okay, well... To quote oh, shit. To quote a evil grape, fine, I'll do it myself.
Welcome to Flak and Shrapnel's best goddamn weapons anywhere.
And Mikumon is having some technical difficulties, folks. Just hold on.
Was there something else? You know.
Hello, mister.
Morning.
This is a medical
I
clinic.
really hope
Please
you're not
don't
thinking of
disturb
breaking
any
into
of my
there.
patients.
Didn't even realize there was a clinic. I thought the science lab was the clinic.
Don't touch the vegetables. They're fragile.
The sooner you find my property... Ah, you've managed to sneak... Well...
Oh.
Standing around all day... What? Let me see that. This is a neuroservo. I suppose there's no other way you could have obtained it. Well, damn it. I was afraid... Well, here's 50 caps for your troubles. Try to buy yourself an education.
Hello?
Hello.
Again, I hate when that happens.
I'm done. I was ready.
Just bounce back and forth between in the call and out. The apparent whims of a boredom-stricken phone.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to redo all of that. Because I fucked up.
Hello. No problems to report, I assume?
For the most exact scientific study in the capital wasteland, I find your...
over this. We don't know about...
You there. What are you... Of course.
Alrighty. Gotta do this all over again because I fucked up.
I'm looking for trouble. Have you seen any?
If you cloned everybody else, does that mean you cloned... Ah, yes. The problem children. That is precisely how I picture GX as referring to Megatron and Optimus.
That's the problem, children.
Hello.
The ones that there is something to be argued of a blend of nature and nurture.
What are you looking at?
Or at the very least, he's referring to the ones on Cybertron as the problem children.
Okay, this time I will not break my legs.
So I heard that laugh. I heard that laugh. Like, I want G-Axis to just positively radiate magnificent bastard energy. Or at the very least, smug bastard energy.
Oh, he absolutely will. You know he will.
Oh. 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 Ah. But yeah, I think he'd refer to the Optimus and Megatron he wants Cybertron as Cybertron's problem children, whereas the ones he's raised with a more formative guiding, like a more formative early life with a more stern mentor, providing quite the different result. Your problem children are my golden children. Actually, any of the crew who serve directly under one or the other, Optimus or Megatron, would not be happy to hear either of their names be disrespected like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Decepticons also seem to have a degree of respect for Optimus.
Well,
I mean, to quote Motormaster from Season 3, Episode 1, the Autobots used to have a great leader.
whatever happened to him? Motormaster, he died. Oh. Shit.
After Megatron stabbed him, shot him repeatedly, and threw some debris in his torso. If anything, I thought you'd be prouder of your own leader for taking out the Autobots leader.
I thought we lost that battle.
Did you, though? You still took out the Autobots' leadership.
Oh, there he is.
How the hell did you get
See,
in here?
that's the thing I keep having to actually point out. Yes, the Decepticons were forced to retreat, but did they truly lose the Battle of Autobot City? Think about what its quote-unquote winning that battle cost the Autobots.
There's... Don't let...
Their leader died.
Don't even...
Several of their friends are dead. Their resources are severely strained. Heck, they'd only just started rebuilding when the Decepticons came back for round 2!
Think of breaking into...
And I'd like to reiterate that apparently this took place over the course of a week. The Battle of Autobot City was at least one day long in and of itself. We see time passing as both sides are shooting at each other over the course of the night. The Autobots managed to hold out for, at maximum, around 12 hours.
Ah, great.
So, like, as for the Decepticons, what did they lose out of that battle?
Two Seekers, a bunch of Insecticons, and Megatron.
And what did the Decepticons still have after that battle?
Cybertron.
Cybertron, potentially a source of energon to power it, or at least themselves, so they can hold it. The chain of command that kicked in after some people got their heads caved in as a reminder. Like I said, even though the Autobots forced the Decepticons out of the city, the Decepticons won.
Yep. They won that fight.
Still lost the war, in large part due to an apocalyptic event none of them could have seen coming. But they did win one battle. And if one still insists that the Autobots driving away the Decepticons was a victory in and of itself, because they would have killed a lot more, okay, fair enough. Allow me to introduce you to the term Pyrrhic victory. A victory where, yeah, you won, but the cost makes you question if it was worth it.
I'm here. I managed. You're right. I have to.
Alright, now to go back and find Harkness. Well, after I loot the rest of these boxes. So apparently The Thing Remastered came out today.
Ooh.
A remaster of the PS2 game, I believe. I kind of want to play it because I never got a chance to play the original. I'm hoping it's not a mess like the original.
Other remasters.
I was just gonna say the original because like that one was kind of a mess, kind of like this corpse. It's just stretching into infinity.
That is cursed as all get out. Keep forgetting that there is evidence of Elder God and cosmic horror and Fallout, but here we are. Horror.
Oh shit! Wait. All right.
Yes, what is it?
Come here, Sharon. Ugh.
Very well.
All right, and then Crow.
And here you are.
Yes, what is it? Very well. And I...
Hello.
So one thing I noticed about the Star Raiders, they're all displaced.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
Because Thundertron's from the Prime timeline. Or the whatever the hell it's called, the
Line continuity.
yeah, that bullshit.
You saved my life.
The continuity that half the fandom is convinced doesn't exist.
Lockdown
And
is
the other half wishes didn't exist.
Lockdown is basically, I'm pretty sure it's Lockdown from animated.
I think it's Movieverse Lockdown, actually. The one for the Revenge of the Fallen toy line, specifically.
Really? Because he looks nothing like that one.
I'm a little busy right now. Is there a problem?
Again, from the Revenge of the Fallen toy line, specifically.
Oh!
Yeah, Hunt for the Decepticons Lockdown took more cues from animated than, you know, the one we'd actually get to see in a movie.
Alright, let me...
Also, we have another one from the Align continuity. That's Filch.
Okay, because I wasn't sure where she came from.
The Robots in Disguise 2015 cartoon, which is the sequel to Prime that people wish wasn't a thing.
Come on.
Cannonball is straight up from the Unicron trilogy timeline.
I think you might be right
Cyber
about.
Planet E and all.
I think you might be right about Lockdown because his head is similar to the one from Revenge of the Fallen.
Told you.
Damn.
Though granted, given Lockdown's tendency to replace parts of himself on a whim with whatever he acquires from his hunts, that could be any Lockdown.
That's true. And yeah, you already covered Cannonball and Filch, and Road Pig is straight up from G2. He has the Decepticon G2 logo.
And Ferrak is probably my favorite of the bunch because I know precisely which universe he's from. Well, more so than any of the others. Because he's the one with the most asterisks.
I forgot he was part of the team.
Ferrak is based on he's based on the body he would later be retconned into, mostly thanks to IDW, but that's not the IDW Ferrak.
Look, kid, you have
That's the one from G1,
right.
specifically
This is impossible.
the Marvel Comics G1, more specifically, Marvel UK G1.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove him into a very small box and send him north.
That is the guy who Rodimus shoots in the Request Denied sequence. Even if his design looked a little different at the time.
All right. I authorize you to carry out Dr. Zimmer's execution. Don't think this gives you license to run around shooting anyone you want. Just Zimmer. And that bodyguard, if he gets in the way. Here, use my weapon. I've had it
And
for...
boy, was he one sadistic little thing.
I have two...
The kind of Decepticon other Decepticons go do dial it back with. Because, boy, does he love torturing things! A lot!
Leave me alone. I am Father Clifford. Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City.
Rodimus Prime had him dead to rights after a battle. And he tries the Megatron way out.
Yes, I know.
No more
I've
Prime!
been counseling him for
Bear me
some time now.
mercy!
He used
Show
to
me
go
mercy,
stand on the
please, I
observation
beg of
balcony
you!
all afternoon.
You
He's
who are
down to
without
only an
mercy,
hour
now
or so
plead
at
for
3
it.
o'clock.
Request denied!
Say, just leave me alone.
And there you go, 3 o'clock.
What time is it right now? It's 10:40 a.m.
So, I guess you can just go there and wait.
What do you want?
Hey, Zimmer!
The sooner you find my...
I got a present for you.
Let's say we go and get some revenge, huh? Everybody likes revenge.
So the thing I like about this quest is that Zimmer has an android component.
So he's a Sith too.
As does Armitage.
There's 3 Siths in this game at least.
Also, the woman that's, I believe, Pinkerton, and the woman that sent you on this quest in the first place are both synths. Everyone involved in this quest is a synth.
Wow. So there's a little detail in the Sith attention Fallout 4. It goes over every agent the Institute has out there recovering since, and it specifically mentions Harkness over here. Like, Harkness and Zimmerman over here.
Oh, really?
And how he never came back.
I'm Janice Kaplinsky, Chief Botanist. I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee. She's already in a bath. You should probably...
Okay, where the hell is she?
Hello. What do you need? Look, some of it... And she's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here. Later.
Maybe she ran when I shot the, Oh, no, wait, here she is.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
Wait, how do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and besides, James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
So, based on context clues from the game, I've seen people come to the conclusion that Dr. Lee had a thing for her James, the Lone Wanderer's father, and was jealous when he ended up falling in love with someone else. So she kind of half takes out the jealousy and resentment on the Wanderer, as the Wanderer is the literal embodiment of everything that got away from her.
Yeah, I kind of get that too, because like, I mean, yeah. Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to
change the world. And then
Fallout
4, she just doubles down into bitterness territory and just chooses to blame the world.
Things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he
so much so that I hereby vote that we change her name from Dr. Lee to Ms. Bitters.
But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try
Gets
again.
even better if you know who I'm referencing.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Ms. Bitters was the name of the teacher on Invader Zim.
Oh God, you just unlocked a memory.
Yes, your mother was...
You're welcome.
She was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you. Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
She see, like that line makes it seem like Lee is surprised that I'm not pissed at her.
I mean, if, like, depending on what she thinks the player knows, she might very well be expecting you to accuse her of either not doing enough to save your mother or deliberately letting her die.
Ooh. I know Lee's a bitch, but I don't think she'd go that far.
Neither do I, but when one is racked with grief, especially for a parent they never truly got to know, logic tends to not, come into the equation.
Fair.
Okay.
Trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
Also, I don't notice that Lee tends to develop some measure of maybe I can try rekindling something with him over the course of the game, only to become increasingly bitter when James gives his life for the project.
I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
Damn it.
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors or your chasing after him. I'm sorry. I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
Honestly, the stim packs alone are enough.
Good luck finding your father.
Like, I wasn't going to ask you to give me, like, people or anything like that. Just the freaking stim packs is enough.
Excuse me. Yeah, the stim packs are enough. Maybe some medics.
Hey there.
Like, the only thing I could think of to ask for would be either medics,
Yes?
Radax, or Radaway.
This place won't clean itself. That's my job.
Because,
Tamper with
those
that,
are just
we're going to have a problem.
bare essentials.
Alright, how do I get to the flight deck where the guy's going to kill himself?
So, you know where the staircase is on your way in?
Yeah.
All the way up to the top.
Oh.
Don't you have a component to deliver? Was there something else?
There should be a door that leads to the flight deck up at the top of the staircase. Even if it's not labeled as such, you go through it. It'll lead you through some more decks where you'll have to keep going upstairs until you can't go up any higher.
Alright.
Hey there.
Oh.
Everything looks okay here.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna send you a little something I found. A custom I'm genuinely surprised Hasbro themselves haven't made yet. Because this would totally fit with the whole legacy vibe.
So is this it? Yeah, that's probably it.
hour and a quarter in already.
I don't know, man.
Did you hear?
Yeah, this looks like the spot. Just in case Messenger decides to act up, I'm gonna send these directly into your Discord DMs or something.
Everything looks okay here.
Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Did he specify a day, or just he goes up there at 3?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. It's an approximate time.
Oh, there he is.
I wish I had the courage to end it all.
And there's the pictures I wanted to send you. They're in the Discord.
Real courage is living. Only cowards commit suicide. Because I know that bottom option is just no. And that top option is... I don't want to help him kill himself.
Yeah, no, that middle option is the correct one.
You may be right, but I have nothing to live for.
If you're trying to save him, that middle one is the right one. You're basically trying to convince him to find a new reason to live.
Ted Strayer. I suppose I could talk to him.
At least that's what
He
I
is
did.
kind of a lost boy. Thank you, stranger. Someday, maybe I'll...
Oh, thank fuck! Oh. We saved him!
Like I said, you are trying to give him a new reason to live, and you succeeded.
Good to see you.
So, since we, kind of can't avoid the topic now, I'm just going to say, people, if you're dealing with thoughts like this, or any kind of distress that could lead to this, seek help. Like, talk to a doctor, a family member, a trusted friend. Don't just keep this to yourselves. Like, find someone you trust and let them know.
Therapy is also an
You're
option.
not alone.
Now, I know there's a...
Therapy is also an option.
There's always the stigma of therapy. Only crazy people need therapy. That's not true.
Not the slightest. There are people you would consider normal or typical that benefit from therapy too.
Or well-adjusted.
Or well-adjusted. Therapy is, in and of itself, just an excuse to talk to somebody in confidence about what's on your mind. To allow yourself to open up with someone you know you can trust.
Mm-hmm. Also, avoid BetterHelp. They don't
Yeah.
They don't vet their people.
They are the Autism Speaks of the therapy community. So, yeah, to reiterate, if you're having these kinds of thoughts or just need someone to talk to, therapy is a good option. Talk to a doctor, talk to a family member, trusted friend. Do not keep these emotions bottled up, because they will destroy you, and that in and of itself is a crying shame.
These emotions will eat you up inside. Trust me, I know.
We both do. Like, the light at the end of the tunnel doesn't have to be the light at the end, you know?
Yeah.
Now for something mildly less depressing, the post-apocalypse.
Apparently there's some kind of, like, Evangelion pachinko machine that crosses over with Godzilla.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Because I saw this random video on my feed. Asuka Biolante versus Rei Ghidorah. And I'm just
honestly,
like, what?
This is nowhere near the first time that Godzilla and Evangelion have crossed over. I can think of at least one other instance. Two, if you want to count that weird combiner thing that popped up a while back.
That thing was so funny. Like, everyone thought it was gonna be like a huge part of the like they thought it was gonna be like a cinematic universe between all the Shin movies that Hiroaki Anno made. No, it was just a freaking it was just a freaking Megazord.
It was just silliness for the sake of silliness, and I love it for that. Speaking of things I love that are silly for the sake of silliness, my cat Jasper, who keeps walking in and out of my room, like, in the door, under the bed one side, out the other, walks around the outside of the bed, back to the door, leaves. A few minutes later, repeat process. He's a little goofball, he is. A very neurotic one, but a goofball nonetheless.
I gotta say, Decker's gun is really damn good. I'm glad I modded this.
Game's over! We are the future!
You are definitely not the future.
Oh, you're not even a footnote. You're like that. You're like that sticky note that got accidentally thrown away because nobody really knew what it was there for. Or cared to find out. Now, guys on the West Coast, those guys have an actual place in history. You, not as much.
Even in Vault 101, my work on Project Purity never really
It does make you think, though.
Soon after we arrived, my nightly routine was sneaking into the...
Of all the experiments Vault-Tec were doing,
I don't know.
why do they have at least one vault dedicated to at least one strain of FEV?
Built with some of the most advanced technology this country had ever developed. Those excursions never turned up anything.
I mean, the concept of a super soldier is always alluring, regardless of...
It was easy enough to hack his console.
Well, I would say regardless of common sense, but that's not true.
Propaganda, spy reports, just plain rambling bullshit, really. But there was one thing, one name that stood out amongst all the others. Dr. Stanislaus Braun. I knew of Braun's work, of course. He was a celebrity in his day.
It's not exactly untrue either. There's a threshold here.
I first learned of Braun's involvement in the Vault-Tec Sociable Preservation Program and his work on something called the Garden of Eden Creation Kit.
Oh, shit.
Like, the program that created Captain America, I could live with.
This is where I was born.
Yeah, that's sobering.
I am at a loss. My beloved wife is gone. In her place is
Which means
my
this
son.
is also the place where your mother died.
As much as this place means to me, as much as it meant to Catherine, this is no place.
At least we know they. At least we know they have the courtesy to give her a proper burial. Imagine if there'd been a skeleton here.
Oh, I would go up to Lee and shoot her in the goddamn face.
Like, I'm touching fate because Bethesda employees would absolutely it's entirely in Fallout's wheelhouse to do that kind of joke. Bethesda or original developers, Obsidian, Interplay, whatever, it's entirely in the wheelhouse of Fallout's sense of humor to do that. Which, thankfully, they saved that joke for a little moment in one of the DLCs. But we'll get to that when we get to Point Lookout.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
it.
That batch of tests was inconclusive, but Madison and I are convinced it's a problem with the secondary filtration system. We're going to recalibrate the equipment and try again tomorrow, so that... James, please. I'm trying to work. Now's not the time. So that's the next step. Assuming we get the results we need, we'll move on to... James! Stop! I need to finish these notes.
So, while I was digging around in some of my
on to diagnosing the issues with
older
the radiation
bins
dampener.
for
That should...
stuff I could use for customizing my Transformers,
Now?
you wanna know what I found?
I really
What?
shouldn't.
So, growing up, I mentioned before how I grew up with some of my uncle's Transformers.
Here I am, back where it all began.
One of the ones he had was a V1 Perceptor, albeit missing the actual microscope part and the little silver discs.
We really thought the waters of life could be a reality.
So his head would never really stay up, because there was nothing locking it in place.
Even after 19 years, I still believe it. Project Purity can and will be operational.
The final item I have, the remaining of that original Perceptor before it basically succumbs to time, is a little missile launcher. Because on the original toy, you had like the little pistol thing, which Magnificus came with too, the little pistol thing.
But it's just enough to power the emergency.
And you had a larger missile launcher.
That will serve for now, but I need help powering
Well,
the mainframe.
I found the missile launcher and I was like, there's no way it'll fit. G1 and weapon and tag sizes were all over the place.
I spoke with Dr.
It's a perfect fit.
It went about as well as I expected. That is to say, she thinks I'm completely mad. How can I blame her? She's got her own life, her own team, and is making real, tangible scientific progress. Here I come again, the very paragon of failure and false promises. But the reality is, I need Madison.
So now I'm considering just repurposing that missile launcher, since I don't even have the missiles for it, into some kind of science tool, a scanner of some kind.
It always was. Without Catherine, God, I can't let this die.
Specifically tuned to whatever that he can't see in microscope mode.
Well, here we are again. Project Purity.
Maybe for like specific types of radiation or something.
It's been close to 20 years since my last entry, since I left all of this behind to make a life for my son. We've spent that time in...
Can I just say, Liam Neeson did a fucking-tastic job in this game.
That's all I could have hoped.
He did.
Now,
He really did.
my son is a grown man.
Which then leads to the hilarity of fun fact number, who gives a crap I've lost count ages ago.
And as hard as it was to admit
So,
he does
you know how the Bay first got Hugo Weaving to play Megatron?
Yeah.
They didn't originally want to go out and get Peter Cullen. That was actually something that was,
It's time to go.
you know, done at the last minute because of fan outcry.
And externally.
You know, have the original voice of Optimus Prime.
Both because our recalculations have gotten us...
You wanna know who they originally wanted to get to audition for the role of Optimus Prime?
Liam Neeson.
Regret that it has come to this.
Liam Neeson.
I doubt that if I leave, our work may come to an end. Madison has
I hope he does eventually get a chance to play Optimus Prime, because I do think he genuinely fit the vibe.
Tolerate none of them. If she's the one dealing with them, who knows what will happen.
With the right direction,
Breaks my heart to
a
go,
competent crew,
but I must put them
he could be a great Optimus Prime.
Just imagine Peter Cullen giving Liam Neeson the speech his brother gave him all those years ago.
I'm off to Vault 112 to search for anything of bronze that might help me
That,
purify our weapons.
I feel like that speech is required viewing for anyone attempting to play Optimus Prime.
It's well hidden in some sort of garage, but I'll find it. I have to. It's so close. But that's the story of Project Purity, isn't
Like,
it?
if you're gonna play Optimus Prime, there's a minimum of homework you have to do. Listening to that spiel, be strong enough to be gentle, is one of them. Like, is that one piece of homework.
I'm gonna travel back to Megaton and grab all my Nuka-Cola Quantum and give it to that crazy lady.
It's good to see you alive and well.
I have a very happy cat here who's just soaking up all of the pets. Yep, a cat petting a cat. Nothing unusual here.
Over here. Where? There's more where that came from.
The hell are you guys going after? Oh, it's a Yao Guai.
Ice cold Nuka. Please, tell me you have some of the good stuff. I need that quantum. Oh my word. Do you realize you brought me back over 10 of the Nuka-Cola Quantums? I knew you were the right person for the job.
You're welcome.
Be careful.
And it's two.
Now tell me more about this Nuka grenade.
Oh shit.
Keep them pinned.
Oof.
I just thought of something ridiculous that I think you're gonna love. So, we've been on about how the whole GXS clones thing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
How their personalities are naturally going to be a smidge different than the bots that they've been cloned from.
Yeah.
The ultimate joke is that Megatron and Starscream are best friends here in this weird clone land. And the point where the Rust Bucket crew, when they find this place, they believe they've been knocked out or drugged and they're hallucinating, is when this Megatron praises his Starscream as being, and I quote, one of the brightest bots I've ever met.
I can just imagine.
I am so proud of him.
Point Blank and Slammer seeing this and just going, we've died and gone to hell. Or something to that effect.
Magnificus, what did you slip into our fuel this time?
For once, I did nothing of the sort. I'm just as shocked as you are. Like, even the Decepticons are like... even the cons on the team are like, what is happening? This is not natural, and I do not like it.
I think especially the cons would be freaked out. Because, again, they're used to these two hating each other, and Megatron beating the tar out of Starscream for the tiniest little thing. Steal a Dr. Smooth joke. Starscream! It's time for your weekly beat-up! Aw, crap! Side note, abuse is only funny in, like, these cartoonish circumstances. Don't actually do this, people.
Yeah. Hell, even, like, what was it? Earthspark even addressed the whole abuse thing that Megatron did to Starscream.
Before Season 2 threw it out. Yeah, apparently season 2 threw it out and doubled down on the Decepticons because evil thing. Leaving Megatron wondering what the hell is going on. Just like the audience.
Alright, we've made it to Vault 112, aka Hell Incarnate. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, you're about to see one hell of a show.
Welcome
guys, gals, non-binary pals, buckle up.
According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule.
This is gonna be a crazy
Please
ride.
dress in your Vault Tech issued Vault suit before proceeding. If you have once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you
If you
may
check under
enter
your
your
seats, vomit bags have been provided.
Tranquility lounger is
Thankfully empty. I don't need that joke popping up.
available.
But, yeah. This is gonna be sick.
Be seated.
And not in the fun way.
Yeah, I forgot to change my hair over time. I'll get to that later.
What's funny is, depending on your choices in the next couple of chapters of the game, you might actually have a chance to let Butch make up for all that bullcrap by being your personal barber.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on the choices you make in Trouble on the Home Front. So, I don't think we'll be seeing this because him specifically, we need to do some pretty evil things, like sabotaging the vault's power supply to get him to escape and become a companion.
Overseer's office. Doors activated elsewhere. Okay. Requires key. Fuck.
And you're not gonna get that key until you've beaten the simulation.
What? Why am I getting deja vu?
Because it's a Bethesda game and they recycle everything. I can just picture the introduction of the clones now, though. Why, hello there! I'm Megatron! What's your name? The best part is, if Tarn, the one from this universe, is hiding somewhere here waiting for his opportunity, that specific sentence should be triggering TSD.
Holy shit. But we found Dad!
Yeah, that holy shit. I'm assuming you realize what you did.
Huh?
Yeah, that holy shit. I'm assuming that was because you realized what I did.
With Megatron just going, hello, hello there!
See, for those who don't know, that greeting I did with my half-baked Megatron impression was it was a quote, word for word verbatim from
Oh!
Dawn.
I just realized!
This is precisely how Megatron introduced himself to Orion Pax and Dion.
I only just realized that. Oh, shit.
What do you think I say with your version of Tarn, knowing his backstory? If he's hiding in there and has heard this greeting, I do not see him reacting well to it at all.
What the fuck? Where?
Hello.
I'm a child.
Oh, hello there. I think you should go speak with Betty.
Better than I got off being. I'm a watch!
I think. Best to hurry up.
Good doggy. And yes, I did that knowing exactly who that is.
Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I
just love the fact that you did actually look at the watch.
So much fun.
The Nikubon who lives in your Pip-Boy became the Vault Boy on your watch.
And you are...
I'm Betty. I live here on Tranquility Lane. Want to play a game?
What the hell's going on
We're
here?
going to play a game now, silly. That's what's going on.
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Gee, I don't know. What's he like?
He's a scientist. He's looking for Dr. Braun.
That's your daddy? Oh, we're going to have so much fun. This is going to be the best game ever.
No games. You tell me where my father is now, you little brat.
Oh, don't be mean. That's not a good way to start.
And
I
here
said
comes
we're
the
going to play
disturbing.
a game. So that's what we're going to do.
Look, kid, I'm not interested in playing games.
I said I want to play a game. It's easy. You make Timmy Newsbone cry, and I'll help you. If you don't, then I guess you'll never find out where your daddy is.
It's like I'm talking to a brick wall.
What can I do for you, sport?
Where am I?
Such a kidder. You're on Tranquility Lane, of course. Where else would you be?
What can you tell me about Timmy?
My boy Timmy? Good kid. Straight-laced, good head on his shoulders. Never been in so much as a fist fight. We're a close-knit family. Don't know what any of us would do if something happened.
Call it animal instinct, but I wouldn't be doing what she says.
Nope, afraid not. Don't you worry
You're
about
probably
it, though.
right.
You'll find him.
Nice day, isn't it?
Another perfect Saturday afternoon. Make sure you enjoy it, sport.
Like, maybe this is just presumptuous of me, but I get serial killer energy off of that one.
Hi there, I'm Timmy. Wanna play?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Same energy.
I heard your parents are getting a divorce because of you. Wow! Just... Oh, just imagine you're Timmy, right? You have a lemonade stand, and this new kid you've never seen before just walks up to you and just says, "Hey, I heard your parents are getting a divorce because of you."
What? Did I do something bad?
Yeah. Also, why is the evil karma symbol glaring at me?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Timmy. Just thought you should know.
No, no! Not my mommy and daddy, no! No, no!
There, I made the poor kid cry, you sick little brat.
Decided you want to play after all, huh?
I had a feeling you'd come around. Your approach was somewhat uninspired, but it'll do. Since you won the game, you get a prize.
Okay, that serial
You may
killer
ask one
energy just
question,
like
which I will answer as
intensified.
honestly as possible.
Where's my father?
Ah, yes. A predictable question, I suppose. Your father is here, in Tranquility Lane. He's quite safe for now, though he can no longer hound me with his incessant questioning.
Perhaps you will see more of him in time.
What have you done to
Were
him?
I you, I'd be more concerned with myself at the moment.
And besides, we're done with questions for now. Perhaps we'll address it at a later time. First, I have something else for you to do.
I'm not doing anything else for you.
Then once again, we find ourselves at an impasse. How disappointing.
Why don't we talk to the other residents here and see if we can put together what's going on? They might know something.
Hey there, sport. How's it going? Of course it is. You mean besides how wonderful? Everyone's very friendly. Even old lady Dithers, though she's lost most of her marbles. Sounds like you've been spending too much time with your nose in those darned comic books, sport. Take care now.
You know, this place,
You don't belong here.
beyond the fact that it's literally in black and white, I've lost all color.
It needs to end. The suffering must end.
Something about this place just doesn't feel right. It's like everybody here's asleep.
Finally, someone who knows what's going on. How do I get out of here?
We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up.
Who are you talking about?
He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place, he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it.
How come you're the only one who seems to know this?
Don't know. Can't sleep sometimes. Hear voices. My own skin doesn't feel right. None of this is right. You've got to believe. You've got... It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut...
You don't think that this simulation can mess with people's brains and, like, make them behave like programs, do you?
Honestly, I have no idea. And that's what's scaring me.
The Henderson estate is in tip-top shape, young master. Have a wonderful day.
Wow, this really is like, the 50s. Separate beds.
It's like a sitcom in here. Except the laugh track is replaced by existential dread.
Hello there. Nothing like the smell of apple pie, is there? I can't get enough of it. Later. Hello. Well, hi there. I don't think so, but then I haven't really been looking for him. Sorry. I suppose. I hadn't really noticed. I like it well enough, I suppose. Mabel is good company most of the time, and, well, the other neighbors are mostly very nice. Have a great day. Good day to you. No, I haven't, but when I do, I'll tell it. Well, of course it is. What a... Well, there's certainly never a dull moment. Always something to see and... Bye-bye! Good day.
Well, hi there. He disappeared on you, huh? Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find him soon.
Everything about this place is just
You
wrong
won't find
on
a day
so
like
many
this
levels.
anywhere else.
This just
Heck of a
isn't
place
right.
to live. Janet and I, well, we're quite happy here. Bye-bye.
I thought that one part of the digital world with all the mimes bad.
Hello.
Let's say they are living in denial of reality, but the thing is, this is reality for them.
Yeah.
just
Hello.
makes this worse.
Well, hi there. Hello. Good day to you.
Your dad? Roger suggested we move here. I don't quite remember when that was. It's very nice. We're doing quite well.
Alright, you crazy
You won the game!
bitch bastard.
Are we willing to be reasonable now? I ask so very little of you.
I don't really have a choice, do I?
There is always a choice. Sometimes it's just easier to make.
What do you want me to do?
Pay a visit to the Rockwells. They're very happily married, and I'd like you to change that. Put an end to their marriage, and we'll talk.
It's only because I want more answers.
Rationalize it any way you'd like. If you succeed, we'll continue our discussion.
I mean, look, it's not like he's asking me to kill someone.
Good day. Good
At
day.
least not yet.
If
Like,
he starts asking me to kill
really?
people, then we're going to have a problem here.
Just all this guy's done so far is ask us to make people here less than happy.
Good day.
Break up a loving marriage. Make a kid cry. In fact, going from making a kid cry to break up a marriage, that's a...
Hello.
Well, hi there.
I mean, that is quite a leap, I will say that.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you're just making people upset, but like,
Okay,
this is gonna have some lasting consequences, right?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. It's all a simulation.
what's this? Women's clothing? Down here? What? What the hell is this?
Simulation, yes, but you saw those pods. These are real people.
This isn't mine. What is this doing here? Oh my god. Roger. He wouldn't. But
How did it come to this? I just don't understand.
Did you see that Pip-Boy notification?
What?
About the quest you finished?
Yeah?
Notice how it's specified without killing either of them?
Oh, no.
You have turned out to be quite resourceful, it seems.
I don't like this.
I am slightly impressed. I enjoy your company far more than your father's. He responded quite negatively to my requests.
We've done a lot of exploring, but
you have amused me thus
we
far,
haven't seen
but I
that
still
abandoned
don't
house
think
yet.
you're quite in a position to be demanding anything. Still, I suppose you've earned the right to some...
Where's my father now?
He's here, and he is unharmed. He has merely been rendered
How do I know you're not lying to me? Maybe you haven't seen him at all.
Oh dear. Now you don't even believe me. How disappointing.
I assure you, James and I talked at length before you arrived.
Oh, great. I'm really looking forward to doing more for your amusement.
Your sarcasm is unappreciated. This could be so much fun if you'd allow yourself to see it. Now, Mabel Henderson needs to die. Not just any death, mind you, but an entertaining, well-thought-out death. You'll see to that.
Very simple. Plenty of opportunity to show me what you're capable of.
No, I won't do that.
Still, you resist me. When you know that I have the answers you seek. Well, I am not going to beg you. You know what I ask of you, and so
see this
you know
ending
what
well.
you must do to retain my...
So,
if you insist
I've been running some simulations of my own, and before you even think about it, I wouldn't advise pulling the gun and shooting, or attacking her in any capacity.
Have you met Doc the dog? He's another new arrival, much like yourself.
Yeah, because if this is the person in charge of the simulation,
Familiar to you, huh?
any form of aggression could lead to immediate, well,
death?
meatloafification of your brain.
Right. Dad, is that really you? Alright, I'm not gonna... Definitely not gonna kill Mabel Henderson. I'm done playing bronze games.
Are there any other places we haven't looked yet? There's gotta be something.
The abandoned house.
I just love that this headcanon forms that it is legitimately like a lone wanderer with a Mekumon that is spontaneously formed inside of his Pip-Boy. Seen so much weird stuff, he's not even questioning it.
Alright, there's gotta be a way to activate this.
Huh. There's several keys in the house, and like passcode cards, but I can't really put them together. Try touching something.
Okay, that made a noise. What about this picture? Okay. Now we're talking. Dr. Braun entry Toucan Lagoon. I finally come to the realization that the Toucan Lagoon simulation has run its course. I'm tired of the beating sun and ceaseless pounding of the lagoon's waves upon the shore. I no longer take pleasure in watching Simpson wither away from scurvy, or hearing Nesbaum's screams as he's devoured by the Mako shark. I am quite simply bored. It's time to reset the simulation once again. I haven't been skiing in ages.
What in the ever-loving Yggdrasil?
Yesterday, Dithers slipped on the chalet's icy stairs, went airborne, and managed to impale herself on the wrought iron fence. It was spectacular and completely and utterly random. Is there anything more sublime than that bold crimson on fresh fallen snow? It was almost enough to make me reconsider a change of scenery, but not quite. 23 years is a long enough vacation in the Swiss Alps. I long for something more domestic.
There's guy is sick.
I have surprised myself. I find Tranquility Lane comforting, although distinctly American. It somehow reminds me of Kronach, the town of my childhood. There's a beautiful irony with this particular simulation as well. The residents here are naturally at home, naturally safe. When I toy with them, when their suburban illusion is suddenly broken, it's that much more satisfying. I do believe we shall all remain here in Tranquility Lane for a very long time. A very long time indeed. This guy's beyond sick.
He needs to be stopped. These people are basically attracted to living death anyway.
Chinese invasion program? There are days I consider finally pulling the plug, as it were, and putting a permanent end to both this simulation and my life. That is the reason I requested installation of General Chase's Chinese invasion program. After all, by disabling the safety protocols, I will ensure that each subject in Vault 112 will physically die if their in-simulation avatars are killed. Real-world death. End of simulation. The perfect failsafe. At least it would have been, if not for my own misjudgment. I knew when the simulation first went online that the secondary safeties, those established for all Vault Tech and military personnel, will prevent my own real-world demise in the event of a failsafe execution. In the end, I would kill the subjects and save myself. I wouldn't want it any other way, or so I thought. It's true the failsafe would scare the living hell out of every resident in Tranquility Lane and lead to their brutal deaths, but then what about me? I have no ability to disable my own safety from within the simulation. And any other avatars I would create would be driven by the simulation's AI routines, not actual living, thinking human subjects. Where's the fun in tormenting a machine? And so the release of the real-world subject is more than they deserve. More than I could bear. They'd be dead, and I'd be left here in Tranquility Lane, alone, tragically bored for all eternity. I can think of nothing more unacceptable.
I can't think of anything more fitting.
Dr. Braun, here is the revised code for the military training program you've expressed interest in. I'm not sure exactly what you want with it, and I again stress that this program was never designed to be run with civilian equipment. Frankly, I don't expect any system you have access to can even run it. But if you can run this program with the failsafes off, as requested, your real-world test subjects will die if killed in the simulation. It goes without saying that, officially, I denied your request. General Constantine Chase, U.S. Military Training Program, 923-B Chinese Invasion. Purpose: simulate a communist incursion on U.S. soil. Documentation called new protocols enacted. Disable safety protocols 1 through 6. Override target acquisition. Warning: test subjects will experience real-world termination. Proceed with extreme caution. So if we activate this, the people trapped in
If we activate this, they all die. But if we don't, and they stay in here, they're trapped in a never-ending living hell, oblivious to their own tormentor.
They'd be dead, but they'd finally be free. I'm gonna activate it.
Do it. Moreover, there's a little sweetness to this bitter taste. Dr. Braun will be left alone to doing his own muck. Left to wonder for eternity where he went wrong. Probably decide to blame us instead of doing any form of self-reflection, but hey, one can hope.
Do you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die, and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
I'm
What
calling
made me
the shots
curious is
now.
why-
Wait, what?
There is a little something I... So, it's meant to terminate everybody who's in the loungers, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Braun is obviously shielded from this. Why aren't they attacking us?
Maybe because our pod wasn't part of it?
If that's the case, then why is it with all the others?
I don't know. I put these people out of their misery. You're getting exactly what you deserve.
You've taken them all from me. You've left me with nothing.
An eternity
It's not
of
fair.
nothing.
Nobody to play with ever again.
Do you realize
Solitude
what...
in the worst possible way.
You? No, I am the creator of this world.
Feel so lost. So
I dare say,
alone.
you're living the antisocial's dream. A world with nobody.
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose?
Oh, right.
Didn't you figure it out, huh?
James!
The dog. So loyal, so trusting.
I simply made him what he always was.
You think he survives?
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation, he'll be waiting for you.
But there's no one waiting for me.
And that's your own damn fault, Braun.
Why do you torment me? You know who I am. You know that I am really Dr. Braun, that I created this place.
And now I'm trapped here. It's all your fault.
Isn't it obvious? You've run the failsafe, disrupted everything. I have no power over you.
There's the door. Go. Run along now.
We're getting the hell out of this hell.
We're getting the here out of this hell.
Son, you've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. It's so good to see you, but what are you doing here?
I came here after your dumbass.
Family reunions.
Did you really think just leaving me alone in the vault would have kept me safe? They thought you were planning... They thought you were planning an insurrection. They killed Jonah. They almost killed me.
Well, I'm glad you did. This certainly wasn't how I expected things to turn out. I wasn't
Fair,
ready
that
for
was your
Braun.
blood pressure. You might want to try and calm down a bit.
What, you didn't like being a dog?
Well, I suppose it had its moments. But in the end, I much prefer having opposable thumbs. And now that I'm back, I can get back to work. I need to tell Madison what I've learned. I was right about Braun. The technology he developed is unstable, even dangerous. But it can be adapted for Project Purity. I need to return to Rivet City and talk with Madison. If we can find a Gek, we can make Project Purity work.
So you're going back to Rivet City?
Yes. With what I've learned, Madison is sure to see that we can finally succeed where we failed so many years ago. I'd like you to come with me. I'd like you to be there when we...
I'm not going with you. I have other things to take care of.
Really? You're not going to join me? Coming all this way after me, I'd have thought you'd want to help.
At least now you can get into Braun's room and finally do something about the
I'm
SOB.
going back to Rivet City. Meet me there if you change your mind. It would be good to work with you, son.
Can we just talk for a minute?
Of course, son. What's on your mind?
How could you leave me like that? What the hell were you thinking?
I wanted you to be safe. I didn't want this for you. A life out here in this godforsaken war zone. I couldn't tell you what I was doing because I didn't want you following me. A plan which clearly was not as successful as I imagined it would be.
Is this about Mom? Are you trying so hard because of what happened to her?
Oh, my son. If only you could have known how much it meant to her. She believed in the work we were doing and was so determined to see it through. She gave up so much for this project. We all did. And I don't want that to have been for nothing.
I think I understand. I'm glad we
So
talked.
am I, son. While this isn't what I had in mind, it's good to have you with me.
Say what you will about his methods, but his goals are not.
How did Mom really die?
I understand that you have reason to question a good many things I've told you over the years. But your mother... I've never lied to you about what happened. Not once. She died giving birth to you. It was a difficult time. She was so eager to meet you, to make a place for you in the world. If nothing else, please believe that she loved you very much.
I have to go, Dad.
Be careful, my son.
With luck, you'll be able to spend a lot more time together when all this is over.
Here's hoping.
Maybe put your heads together and do some real good for this wasteland. First the water purifier, then maybe finding another Garden of Eden creation kit and using that to start terraforming the place. Start rebuilding. Nation's capital could be, you know, the capital again. Instead of a nuclear hellhole.
First things first.
So, for what it's worth, we might want to look into that enclave thing that the people in Megaton were talking about.
There isn't really much to look into, though. Look into, is there? It's just a bunch of old radio broadcasts. Hold on, I gotta... Yeah, let me just redo this, because I didn't get any of what I had hoped.
Do you
I think
realize
the terminal
what you...
key is in itself somewhere in the facility.
Do you realize... Hugh?
Feels so...
Didn't...
But...
Oh.
There's...
I guess you could call it a gut feeling. There's something not quite right about that President Eden fellow.
Son, you've saved me. Well, I didn't expect Dr. Braun to be alive.
There might be an Andromon for whatever
I'd
reason.
just find notes or I needed information about Braun. I did indeed. Braun's work, the Gek, was designed to readapt environments for living after a nuclear war. It's not entirely stable, but I'm sure that components of that technology are just what we need. I need to return to... Yes.
Or one of those Gardramon you see
Why in fact are you outside
Brotherhood
the
guys
door?
wandering around with.
I don't even want to know how. As much as I appreciate your help, you were supposed to stay there. You were supposed to stay put. You could have... But I suppose it's too late to go back now, isn't it? The Overseer would likely have a shot on sight. Well then, you'll just have to come with me to Rivet... Really? I'm going... I wanted you to... She... So... I understand that you have... Be careful.
Question I have for you. Something's actually sorry, there's another one. Yes. Yeah. Pretty like big pop.
You doing alright there, bud?
Hmm?
You doing alright?
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just I was focused on...
I know that... Like, I know that you didn't quite picture your dad going like this.
Wow.
I'm sure they were there probably.
It is what it is. I may not be going with him directly to Rivet City, but I'll be there when he needs me.
At least we know where he'll be. Right? At least we didn't lose him again. So, for what it's worth, I don't know what it is about that Enclave broadcast, but something about it reminds me of a Gardramon or something.
Really?
Just the way he talks, there's something not quite organic about it. I know some people tend to have a rather robotic manner of speech, so I could be wrong, but something don't feel right. Like, if it was just a radio station with people, then what's with all the iBots? If these are people who claim to be the remnants of the American government, what's taking them so long to dive in and help? Been 2 centuries.
I mean, that's true. It's a little weird for them to just wait this long to do anything.
I'll do what I can to look into this. But with the resources I have on your Pip-Boy, it might take a while.
It's okay. I get the feeling that we're gonna have a lot of time before we need to worry about that.
Yeah, on that note, and about, helping and everything, there's a couple of distress signals you could probably look into.
Probably. But before all that, I want to help out Dad.
Understandable. Besides, who knows? Waters of life flowing free and pure for everybody? That could be one hell of a bargaining chip.
Now that we have the Overseer's key, I think it's time we visited the esteemed Overseer. And there he is.
I've tapped into his systems. He's definitely still alive in there and very, very active. His brain activity is like quite busy.
I imagine he's probably screaming his lungs out right now.
Or creating digital copies of you to kill, prevent this frustration.
Well, even if he did do that, he's still lost.
To think, all it would take is one decently powerful weapon to break that shell.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even think about this. Braun is hundreds of years old.
How do these pods even keep his body alive for that long?
I kicked an old world scientist's ass without even need to punch him.
You managed to outthink the world's oldest man. Go figure.
Wait a minute. I closed that prematurely. Okay, out of character, was Dogmeat and Charon still there?
I have no idea. Oh well, you should still be able to reopen it, not let it locked. Like, once you have the codes to get into and out of the vault, when you can actually access the door. If they are still here in Vault 112, they should be down by your pod.
Right.
If they're not, then they've migrated back to where you'd have to recruit them. Or they've been right behind you this entire time. don't see any power. I don't see any. Oh, there he is.
They were right there the whole time.
Yeah, best to take them along before we accidentally seal them. Not that they couldn't get out if they wanted to. The computer very clearly works. But, still, better to take them with. So, where to next?
Rivet City. And once we get there, I'm going to end the stream.
This has been an unusually long one. But then again, given the events of the week, it actually kind of fits as a way to make up for it.
Yep.
We technically still got Monday and Friday streams out. Monday just a day late.
Yeah. Right. He's just traveling on his own.
Which means we could feasibly catch up to him.
Okay, I think he's already made it in.
You mind showing those effects again?
Huh?
I think you may have... You know... Okay, you did take care of it, and I forgot. I'm gonna slip away here. Yeah, I saw the notifications of your ring, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw that bar going up. I was just like, oh no.
I told you it would work, Madison. And now I can
And now,
prove it.
that is going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92 and
Meikumon.
And there will be no stream tomorrow due to D&D. So we'll hopefully be back to our normal scheduled programming on Monday. I hope.
Otherwise, we could consider this the December of deception and constant irritation.
Oh yeah. So you know the deal by now.
If you like what you saw, there are plenty of ways to support us. We appreciate donations, but they're not necessary.
You can support our YouTube channel as well, Vegas Bear, capital V, capital Bear, and be sure to get our name out there through word of mouth.
Tell your friends, your family, their friends and family, your enemies. that one random guy on the street corner who screams the end is here. Probably not that guy.
That guy might not even have a computer or a phone. But anyway. Stay safe, stay comfy, and we will see y'all.
Be good to each other.
That too. And we will see y'all on the next one. Alright? Peace!
And don't forget the various stream clips. We're very proud of those. Those are some of our funniest moments.
Oh, absolutely.